We can now look at introducing the vibration exposure and tool usage data from the base station into the ToolMinder software program. You will receive the ToolMinder companion software in the original shipment from Reactech. Bear in mind that you'll need Windows XP or later to be able to run this software. So let's get started. Let's pop the CD into the CD drive. To proceed with the installation, simply click on Install ToolMinder. This now presents you with a choice of which version of the software you wish to install. For this exercise, we'll install ToolMinder Single User. The installation wizard will run and will show you the software installing and the progress being made. After installation, to run the application, double-click on the ToolMinder icon which now appears on your desktop. The application will start to run and you'll be presented with the activation screen. To proceed, select the Register button and enter your details: name, organisation and serial number. Once entered, continue by selecting Register. You are now prompted to activate the software. Activate either manually or online. ToolMinder will now load, and you'll be welcomed with your login instructions. The default username for the system is admin, and no password is required. Tick the box to the left to prevent this window from displaying again. With the login screen shown, you can enter the username admin, and with no password required, you can select OK to proceed. After your first login, the system options screen will be displayed automatically. Here, you can configure and personalize certain aspects of the software. You can input your organization details and introduce your company logo to appear on reports generated by the software. Other configuration options include customization of colors for various thresholds, but it's unlikely that you'll need to alter these, as the software utilizes the standard traffic light color scheme as its default settings. Any changes that you do make within system options will require you to restart the application. When you restart, you'll see ToolMinder running for the first time. In order to make further adjustments to the software settings, proceed to the Administration menu, selecting the Preferences option. If we select the Have Meter tab, we can assign locations where the Have Meter information is stored. Have Meter source files can be imported directly from an SD card, although best practice would be to transfer your files beforehand from the SD card into a designated folder on your hard drive. Files acquired from elsewhere, for instance sent via email, should be stored in this same location. You may already have set up a folder for your source files, in which case you'll need to browse to its location and select it. But we're going to create a new folder at the root level of the C drive, and we're going to name that folder Have Source Files. You'll see that the path has changed, showing the location of the newly designated folder. The second destination path shown is for your archive files. This is where the files are backed up after importing. Please note that if you choose to import directly from an SD card, this is where the data files will be sent, and they'll be wiped from the SD card altogether after importing. The archive destination folder can be reassigned, as can the source files folder. Ideally, the folder location should be on a drive that's regularly backed up. Other configuration settings can be made in the Preferences pane, and you'll quickly become accustomed to their functions. Under the General tab, for instance, you can change the color scheme of the software. Just to demonstrate this, we'll personalize this version of the software by selecting the Office 2007 Blue option from the drop-down theme choices. We can also specify a preference for which window is automatically displayed when the software loads. Notice at the moment the viewing area is currently grey and empty. We'll choose the View Have Meter Records option from the list. Now select Save and Close to confirm these changes, and once again, to invoke them, we'll have to restart the application. So we'll restart ToolMinder and log in as normal. And the software is now loaded, showing the colour changes to a blue style as we did before. And we can see that the viewing area is now occupied by the automatic display of the Have Manager grid view. The Have Meter menu option is selected, and the various options under that menu are displayed. There's no data currently in the system, so we'll now proceed to importing data of Have exposure records.